Hey, welcome back. Another day, another vlog. Woo! Last one, we're going home. Oh, sorry about that. Well, we're done and dusted. Another swing over. Time to go home and see family and friends for all of us at work, so that's good. 2 weeks of fun and games, as it is nowadays, but all done and dusted. Uh, Video front Friday night. I've set the premiere. If you have subscribed down here and hit that bell, you should have got a thing to let you know, a little reminder, and then you can set the reminder so it'll give you a yell. So I think it's 8:30 Friday night Perth time, wherever you are in the world. The beauty of that premiere thing is when you hit that reminder, it'll tell you exactly when it is on your time zone. So that's pretty cool, I think. It's a quite handy little feature, that Premiere. I quite enjoy it. So if you are keen to just pop past, ask any questions while the video's going, I'll be there watching with yous. Come along and watch the new video, Trig Beach. Nice sunset. Couple of really nice photos out of this one, and some other really good ones as well. But it was a really good afternoon. I was flat out running around like a mad goose, and I think it came out pretty good. Pretty good. I haven't had a chance. I don't get a chance to do too much sunset stuff because that's Jackster's dinner / shower bedtime. So it's very hard to sort of get out and do those ones. It's one of those rare occasions. So I took full advantage of it, and I hope you enjoy the video. I think it came up really good. So very cool. News-wise, not a massive. Again, not a very quiet one for September. Very unusual. No massive releases or anything. There is a release today. That's that Sigma. That's going to be, I think it's 8 p.m. tonight for you photographers out there. So the Sigma, or into Sigma lenses. Again, it's probably going to be another Sony lens. It does say products on the launch, but last time it said products and it was just one lens. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's just one thing again. I don't know why they keep putting products on there and keep saying it's going to be amazing and huge, and it's one product for one mount. So that's a little bit weird. Very strange. It's a little bit misleading. So just prepare yourself. It may only be something that you can't even use. So like it was last time, it's only basically for Sony people. So watch out for that. But that's tonight, 8 o'clock, the Sigma launch. I'll talk about that tomorrow, about what it was and what it's all about anyway. We'll definitely have all the details on it. I'll check it out and let you know. So stay tuned for that one. Over on Lou later, there's an interesting thing which I thought was quite poignant for the meantime. I think it was a good one for him to cover. Google Maps have just brought out a new feature where if you go to your Google Maps and you know you've got your layers for satellite images or terrain or whatever, if you actually go up to that layers, hit that, you now have an option for COVID-19. So what that does is Google's somehow got all the data together, and it's a really good job by them. Actually, I think it's a really handy feature nowadays. Especially, we're pretty lucky here in Australia. I went and checked WA and it's zero, but it tells you in state by state or area or suburb by suburb if it's declining if it's going down or up, the spike in cases, the percentage, how many cases, stuff like that. If it's a hot spot, and it's like, I think it's per every 100,000 people, so it might be 32 cases or whatever like that. So it's really good, and they did show a screenshot of one of the American states where there was all these declining states, and then this one township or local area or suburb in the area that it was spiking hard. So it was like, well, we're going to go and have dinner there. Maybe we don't go have dinner there, or we're going to catch up with friends, or it's in that spot. Maybe it's not a good time to go there. We'll come back next week. And as he quite rightly said, this is probably a really handy tool because you can sort of go, well, okay, if we don't go there, there's less people going there, there's less chance of transmission. So that should hopefully flatten that curve really quickly. So that's really good. So good job to Google on that. I thought it was quite handy and quite poignant, especially, I guess, Victoria and New South Wales. Still getting a few cases over there. So this will give you a good idea that if you are going out to exercise, you can have a look at the area and go, well, okay, well, hang on. It's pretty bad at the moment. Maybe today's not the day. Maybe I just have a Netflix and a few rums or a few beers or bevies or whatever and do that work I was going to do in the shed instead of going out. So definitely check that out over in Google Maps. Again, it's under the layers section and it's quite handy, I thought. Amazon Prime Day, if you're a bit of a shopper and you're looking for those deals, I guess it's probably more so for the States. They do have it here in Australia a little bit. It's probably not as big as bargains because we just don't have enough people to buy the stuff. Only 25 million or something in Australia, and they got nearly 400 million people there. It's a little bit different, the discount ratio. So that's normally September, which is around this sort of date. They've pushed that back, and October 13th and 14th is going to be the Amazon Prime Day. They have deals, free shipping, and they normally discount a heap of items. Heaps of sellers come in and drop their prices. You might get 15, 20, 30% off some things, depending on what you're looking for. So probably a good time now that you know about it, is to go and see if there's something you've wanted, get the prices, check all the prices, do a bit of research, and then come the 13th or 14th, you can get in and maybe get a deal. Now, they will go super quick, so do make sure you are prepared for that one. Nikon announced, it was very undercover announced, thanks to Jared Poland, at Throw Photo, he gave us a bit of a heads up. In the States, Nikon announced, I should say, global Nikon and Australian Nikon, nothing at all on their websites. But on the USA website, the Z72 and the Z6 Series 2 or Mark II, whatever way you want to call it, is going to be releasing on the 14th of October at midday. So there's a big countdown clock on the USA site. No other information, obviously, other than that. We have heard about the rumoured specs and what's going to be happening with it. So that's 2 weeks away. I'll be back here. That'll be sort of around shift change time. So that'll be pretty cool. So I'll be able to give you an update on that one, and we'll keep a closer eye. I'm sure over the next 2 weeks, we're going to hear a hell of a lot more, and probably 3 or 4 days before it actually happens, we'll have the final leak and final pictures and specs for you to get you. So if you're a Nikon user and if you've got one of the series, the Z6s or the Z7s, you've probably got 2 weeks to get rid of that at a decent price before the next one, or if you want to upgrade to try and get a deal before your value drops down, I guess. So a bit of a heads up for you. Now, lastly, the Aperture, if you've heard of Aperture, they do some RGB lights. They got the MC10, I think it is, little tiny pocket lights, sort of, I guess, a phone size. It's wireless, it's magnetic back, so you can stick it everywhere. It's hugely, hugely popular. All of Aperture, they've just gone from strength to strength in the creative market, I guess you'd call it. And they've done really good, great products. A little bit exy, but it is good quality stuff that always works. And you've probably heard me a few times, I've got some cheaper options and it just doesn't work out for you. It pretty much turns to crap. So when you're looking at stuff, good companies are like Lume Cube and Aputure, and there's a few other ones that get into even more expensive. But the Lume Cubes, great for little portable stuff for your lights, and then Aputures for your RGB stuff and your studio type scenario bits and pieces. They're another great company that have got really good quality, so you can definitely trust them. They've come out with a new one, and it's I guess it's not a new concept, but it's a new product, and I guess it's out to make it better and expand on it. And it's basically a light bulb. It's got an Edison screw type base on it, and it's a full RGB. It's got the full color spectrum. It's very accurate on the colors, so if you are going to use it in an actual video or doing video shoots, you can get a couple of these, put them into actual lamps. It will charge through the lamp. It's also got power buttons, but it's also wireless with an inbuilt little battery, I think a 1500 milliamp battery. So you can take it out, you can put it basically wherever. So it's got a lot of multi-purpose functions to it and quite handy. You can use it through the Aperture app, so that lets you sync like multiple items at once. So you can change a color, you can use your camera to pick a color to make that color come out into the light. That same tech, all the tech that you know from Aperture, from the MC series, basically in just a different form factor. And if you go to their website, you'll see a lot of, I guess, ideas for it, and some mood lighting, so you could have full control of all the lights in your room just using that. all synced in with the right colors and all that. And a lot of the cheaper brands, say like your normal Philips and stuff like that, have been around for a while. They're very basic RGB. It's nowhere near sort of film ready or designed for creative people to use. So it is a specialist item, not super cheap, $70 US, so it's around $100 for the globe. It is going to last you a while. Doesn't get hot to touch, so you can definitely sort of hand hold it, unscrew it while it's running for a while. The boy, I think Gerald Undone, I watched his review on it. Go check that out if you are interested. It is a good. He always does great reviews, so it's quite handy to sort of get his opinions. He's a pretty sort of honest and upfront sort of a dude, so that's pretty cool. So I think they're a good option for you if you're looking for a different sort of aspect in light. So instead of a big softbox or a mood, something like a mood lighting, something I guess like this, if you had a little light stand here, you could easily put one in and get a nice mood to it and that nice glow to it. So definitely very cool, and I'm sure it'll work very well. So something different there from Aputure. Very nice. And that's about it. It's I've got to do some packing up, some final cleans, pack all my bags, and get on that bird and get the heck out of town, out of this desert, and get home to the real world. Excited. Very excited. Right, yeah, I've got a lot of things happening this week. We've got I've got my Jack's birthday this week. My wife had her birthday yesterday, so I've got to go home and celebrate with her for that, and celebrate with Jack and have some fun with him this week. Can't wait. So very excited. Rightio, I will see you all again tomorrow for Thursday for the show, and who knows what's coming tomorrow. You never know. We'll have the Sigma stuff tonight. Don't forget that. I'll have all the details on that and whatever else we can find. For Kidokli, if you're going that way, I'll catch you tomorrow, Thursday. Peace.